And you have to think Magma, if they're watching this, they'll be thinking, we have to kind of hope that if we want to get through to the playoffs, that EHOME lose all their games. That will give us the best chance, right? Because if EHOME lose all their games, then Magma get through to playoffs, and they'd be feeling really happy about that.
I would assume that even if EHOME go 1-2 and Magma go 1-2, that Magma are through because of the head-to-head.
Depends who the other team with one win would be. Because it's impossible for... No, it's not impossible. No, yeah. I mean, if they end up being the two teams on one win each, then yeah, it could happen. But usually what happens is the team that comes top of the group would get 3 wins, and then everybody else would have 1. It tends to be what we've seen before. So that could still be an outcome as well. We have 2 pokey heroes at the start of this draft, Peacock.
Pokey heroes. Are they Pokemon? Or are they heroes in Dota?
Oh, no,
that's the real question.
Ooh, oh my god, that's an early Doom pick.
It's an early Doom, but EHOME really liked this hero, so I can see it.
I think Doom's fine. Has good flex value as well between mid and 3. Can even play 4 if it really needs to.
Yeah. Not a hero that we have been seeing get banned out, though, that much. I don't know if it was really... Does it really justify a first phase pick?
Yeah, I think it's fine, though. Because, you're playing against Doom. What do you pick?
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got the Rubik already.
Yeah, it doesn't... Doom doesn't tell you anything about, because it has so much flex value, these 2 opening heroes. It's well, what do we pick now if we're VICI? We need to focus on what we want as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if they're thinking about picking a hero that they can cover with bans, or if they just want to play something safe, pick something safe like an Oracle potentially as well. Yeah, they're just going to go clock. Okay. It's not an amazing clock game, but again, it's another hero that you're against Lena Doom. What? What do you really fancy?
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-position clock at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's okay, though. Up against, if it's Lena 4 in particular, I think having that hero that gets on top of the Lena is really important. In the laning stage as well.
Wraith King early ban here. A little surprised at that one.
Yeah, I mean, Wraith King one of the better carries, though, against Doom, I think. Same against, Void and things as well. Against those, spells that want to burst people down and then, take a numbers fight. Wraith King's really good against them. They ban Oracle. Wow.
Well, ban the Oracle as it looks like they've already got their 4 and their 5, right?
Yeah.
Could be clock 3 and they could have went Oracle 5, but I don't know if I really think that that's going to be an amazing pickup.
Chalice Clockwork. Oh my god, it's back.
Yeah, it's just not in the 1 position.
Yeah, I think Venge +1 could be an interesting second phase as well. I think for EHOME in particular, if they go Venge Drow, for example, right? I think Viper still being in the pool has potential. And there's a lot of carries still in the pool. Nothing's been banned out yet apart from Wraith King. So
you've got your Drows, you've got your Voids available. They could go Drow on EHOME. I wouldn't hate it.
The VICI Rubik as well, to be feared. I mean, every team's Rubik.
PYW, though, he's definitely up there in Rubik ability.
And when you're against Lena Doom, you're probably already really happy about how your how your game looks for steals. TB ban. But again, we talked about this. These generic first phase openers. It's much harder to ban against them, I think, than last game when we saw Lesh Wisp, right? It's easy to protect yourself with bans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Venge +1 still looks really good to me. We've seen Arc Warden as well. Could be another one, Venge Arc Warden.
Yeah, the Arc Warden's found a lot of popularity recently.
I think that hero is really interesting, though.
I'm surprised the Lestrak is still available, with how we've just saw Lestrak dominate 2 times in a row.
Yeah, we could see like Omni plus one, like Omni Lesh or something as well from like EHOME, potentially. I think Lesh Lena though sounds like a not sure how much I like that.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. You want to flex that Lena till last pick, I think. Really. Centaur banner. What are these bands?
Yeah, certainly
I mean, Centaur.
some interesting ones because we don't normally see Centaur get banned or really even picked.
It's just cool that EHOME, like obviously the Centaur's really good against Doom in particular because if he ever dooms anybody, you just stampede away, and like you reset the fight and then go back in again. I get that, but it's the fact that like you're saying, we don't normally see these bans, so these bans are very specific for them picking Doom early on in the draft, which is cool. Like I like seeing teams do their own thing and do things a little bit different. There's the Drow ban. I would assume it's going to be DY Clock as well. So I think they'll probably look towards picking like a 1 or a 2 here and maybe flexing the clock a little bit, but they could just pick their 3 as well. Mars is out, Centaur's out, Sladar's out. Sand King's still in the pool, that kind of hero. Did Vici play? Was it Vici that played Sand King before?
I think it was yesterday that they played the Sand King. Yeah, it was the first game against RNG that they played that Sand King. It was a good game too. Like the Sand King played really well.
It was a good Sand King game, even though he struggled like in the early stages a bit. I think. Oh my god, Beak up without glasses on, guys.
And there's
Crazy.
the Leshrac.
So, so Vici take the Lesh.
Sorry, I can
Oracle
barely
ban
see
makes
that
a little
Leshrac.
bit more sense now as well, I think.
We've seen the Doom against the Leshrac a couple times, and it seems like Leshrac usually gets doomed, runs away from the fight, doesn't really die, comes back in, still puts out a decent chunk of damage.
Yeah, because you have to remember the other thing is if you get doomed up, as long as you get Pulse Nova off first, like you're still doing decent damage in fights, even when you're doomed up. You just can't toggle it off. But in fights, you're not going to be doing that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a hero that makes Lesh's game more difficult. They could play Lesh Clock safe lane as well. That sounds fun.
Lesh safe lane?
Yeah, like Cogs into Split Earth. Be a laugh. I think you want to give Lesh the solo XP.
So it would be a cool. It goes from it would be a cool lane to it would be a laugh.
It'd be a laugh, yeah. It's fun. To be fun to see.
I guess also that's like the difference in like.
Do you remember
UK,
the old?
It would be a laugh.
Yeah,
It's like a good thing, but here
Laugh.
it being a laugh wouldn't be a good thing.
do you remember the old like Lesh Shanking lanes and stuff as well? They were so good. Undying. Ooh.
What was that? It was What was the name of that lane? It was the Goat and Dog lane was the nickname
What?
for it or something like that. I swear I remember it being called that.
I've never heard that before. I think you're making that up.
Oh, maybe it was a different lane. I want to say it was the Leshrac and Sand King lane that was called the Goat and Dog lane. But it might have been maybe
We get
I don't know. Somebody in chat's going to correct me, but it definitely is something along those lines. Night Stalker getting picked up for Vici. I'm
this is
excited
a
about that.
This is a cool hero. I think Vici play this kind of style really well as well with around Night Stalker and things. Their laning presence isn't massively strong at the moment on Vici though, I will say. Like their mid game looks really strong, especially if they're playing from ahead with like Lesh Night Stalker. And I will say, it makes Undying's game a lot harder, I think, than Night Stalker. Like, obviously the lane's okay for Undying, but then normally what happens is in a fight, you drop Tombstone straight away on a high ground, right? You see everything. Night Stalker does exactly the same, except when he pops Dark Ascension, he can kill the Tombstone no matter where it is, because he always finds it and always sees it. So, I think that's pretty good. You get nice attack speed as well to kill it quickly from the passive. Oh my god, a Sven. Have we seen Sven recently?
No, we never see this hero.
I don't remember seeing it in any recent games ever this patch. So
It's this is a strictly EHOME pick. Not No other team really picks this hero. Very situational.
Right, okay. Do you know what the item build will be?
Oh, I think it's going to be weird. Like Midas, maybe first item. I know some players like going to that Ags, but it's very rare. Very rare.
Rare. I think Mom Echo Saber sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Every game.
Maybe we wouldn't be minding of this. uh, every game, I feel like we're just in a
It's
Twilight
just this
Zone
and then
episode.
Patch Wen written on my fingers, like up here.
Get one of those like Yosemite Sam big rifles or whatever, or revolvers.
Oh dear. So they ban out the Morph and the PA. Yeah, Vici needs some like big hitter last, you would assume, for their last two. What happened to Naga, by the way? That hero was cool.
What happened to any other carry other than Sven?
True.
Gosh.
So
What a hero.
I assuming they're looking for either a 3 or a 2 here. I think you put the Lena as the 4, most likely. I don't think you want to play Lena Core against Lesh Nightstalker. That sounds really difficult.
Ooh.
Viper.
We saw the Viper yesterday. I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm a big Viper guy. Big Viper fan.
You're a sicko.
What do you mean? It's better than being a Sven fan.
Yeah, but it's only because it's the end of the patch. Viper's never been a fun hero to be a fan of. I don't mind it, but saying you're a fan of it, like...
Come on.
You're not okay.
You're talking about... Ooh. This has been showing up every now and then.
Was IG the other team that picked this, I think? That we've seen
and then
so
earlier,
far?
I know EHOME played it once.
Yeah. I think Klink's Clock sounds like a really good lane as well. Like these range heroes with the clock in the lane always seem decent. I'd love to see them... they haven't picked whether the Viper or the Doom's getting mid yet. I would assume it's going to be Viper against the Lesh, but we'll wait and see. What if it was like Doom 4, Viper 3, Lena mid? Just do something crazy.
Doom 4.
I mean, I think it's going to be Lena 4, Doom 3, Viper mid. I think like 99% of the time.
So mid Viper, off lane Doom. And 4 position Lena. Okay.
Dude, this Klink's against Doom in lane. He's going to tear him to shreds if he's able to get his damage off. Like, this Doom has no armor to work with. What are you laughing at?
Somebody in chat said, is it Hokey Pokey or Hokey Pokey?
Now, these are the real conversations.
Those are the real fans who have been here for all 4 seasons. I'm excited to see this Viper. After yesterday, I think it just excites me.
Oh, I love that we had... the best thing about that Hokey Pokey conversation was... I'm going to bring it back. Was that production were getting involved as well. And like they were just equally as angry as both of us that we were talking... Like, you know, it could be one or the other. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like Vici's gaming draft if they play from ahead. I think if they start to fall behind, they don't have enough space to be able to use. Like, the Lesh wants to be able to farm stacks and everything. Like, they have really good pick-off potential with, like, Nightstalker, Klinks and things as well. They have, like, good reach with hookshot and stuff. And EHOME don't have a whole lot of maneuverability. They're going to need a lot of 4 stuffs, I think, in their lineup.
Remember when Klinks just got to keep that damage?
Oh, that was ridiculous, wasn't it?
Back in the day. Okay, we're paused up here. Chat.
Not again.
It's time for some interaction. Even though we interacted by telling you and basically admitting the fact that we do look at chat. But press 1 if you think Vici are going to pull out the victory. And press 2 if you think EHOME can pull out a victory themselves. Where are they pulling these victories out of? I have no idea.
You don't want to know the answer to that.
No.
Lots of regen for the Clockwork in this bot lane. It looks like DY going Ring of Protection as well. So Santi's going to be laning against lots of poke and prod from the laner. We used to see Clock 5 go like boots all the time, do you remember? But seems to have moved away from that now.
Mhm. I know you like that meow.
Oh,
It's your
so
favorite
unnecessary.
voice line.
So unnecessary. I think this looks like a good Clockwork game, though. I think if DY gets off to a good start, they have so much like pick-off potential. Because if he hook shots in and like finds a key hero, like Viper needs a 4-staff, like Doom can die, Lena can die, Undying can die with like +1s. So
I'm a little disappointed that PYW doesn't have his Arcana maxed out.
who doesn't have an Arcana? Sorry,
No, that PYW's Arcana isn't maxed out.
is it not?
No. Only 13 wins,
30 seconds to battle.
which is a bit surprising.
That is surprising. Maybe he got it recently.
No.
Definitely got it recently.
Definitely.
Maybe he's bought like 10 different ones and he's getting 40 wins on all of them.
And then selling them to the people.
Yeah.
That's not a bad business plan. You buy an Arcana off the market, max it to 40. People pay more for 40 wins.
Especially if you could put a PYW autograph on it, you know.
Oh, imagine he sells it with the autograph on it. He's got the genuine golden staff, which is nice. Both gifted from the same person, the headpiece and the weapon.
Mm-hmm. So, how's laning stage going to go? I feel like Undying should do okay top lane against Nightstalker Rubik, just secure his Sven's farm.
Was it you that we were talking together about to beat this Leshrac in a lane? Sometimes you just avoid the split earth. Don't stand there and get hit every time he goes for that split earth to get the last hit on the range creep.
It's easy to say that though. I also really don't understand this corrosive skin first on the Viper. It doesn't. We've talked about this. Do you remember? Like a lot of the mid Vipers that we've seen in EU and stuff always go for this nether toxin first. You just shove the lane out, but they don't seem to like doing that in China. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just interesting to see it done differently.
Mm-hmm. Winning the stun there. 72 already for XM. Impressed with his ability so far.
Same for Ori though. It's very, very neck and neck in this mid lane right now. I think as the game goes on, obviously Lesh takes stacks really well, really quickly. I mean, XM can as well, but oh, good career kill from PYW. I think that had his bracer on this one.
I think so as well. Very interested to see how Erica does on this Clinks.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what item build he goes for as well, because we've seen like Medallion before, we've seen Deso rushes, we've seen like Orchids this tournament.
What was the rush when Clinks got that extra damage? Was it just the Orchid first, and is it still going to be that way?
No, when they got the extra damage, they used to go Medallion into like another Blightstone on the +4s and the cores and things.
Mm-hmm.
Chalice.
Taking a bit of damage here with the cogs as well as the battery assault, but
Yeah, and so they would like stack up loads of minus armor on Clinks before. But we've seen more and more Orchids recently. I think ever since the patch where Orchids become cheaper as well.
Mm-hmm.
We see Orchids on heroes that it's not usually picked up on. Like we saw it on Kunkka and things as well, do you remember? When it first came out. It's crazy.
LSA throwing a DY over mid though, XM. in some trouble. PYW's made the rotation, and it looks like Ori, if he had just landed that stun, probably would have gotten the kill. They might still do so and will, but it'll then cost PYW his life.
Or he must be considering whether he wants to deny to tower here. No? Okay.
He'll stay.
I mean, he could wait for the 4-minute rune. If he doesn't get... Oh, okay, PYW's TPing back mid again. There you go, that's why. Oh, and gives him his salve. Nice.
So salve and the bottle fill. And staying here for the 4-minute rune. Hoping that it's bottom and it's top. So won't be able to refill the bottle. I don't think he would have gotten it anyway. Fade as well as X Nova both came towards mid. Chalice getting chased. Right click's coming in. Erica should be able to get the kill here and will.
Yeah, this is the problem with the Lina rotating towards the mid lane at this point. Like, the Clockwork and the Clinks, they have so much damage between them when the Clockwork hits level 3.
Yeah.
What do you know? As soon as they hit the level 3 on the clock, they just find a kill straight away.
You think, what is Old 11 going to be able to accomplish with this first night, you think?
Probably, I think the first night's always the most difficult because, like, the most you can have by then is maybe, like, boots, right? Boots, bracer. And then it's kind of like, well, you know, I can't really do a huge amount. Leshlo is trying to take stacks and getting very low. Jesus.
Stormhammer at PYW. And now the Fade Bolt. They've got telekinesis available. They'll get the kill onto X Nova where they should. It's the salve off, and there's the Void. So, just get that kill. PYW held that telekinesis for a little while where I thought, is he just going to let him go?
Yeah, but that's
No,
what
right?
you want to do. You want to use it as late as you possibly can before the TP goes off. And then you're effectively giving your Night Stalker more time to do damage.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you cast telekinesis straight away, it means that, like, the Undying has a better chance of living.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And it makes the viewers sweat as well. So.
Already the medallion on Erica.
Fortified.
That'll help that damage output. And again, we can't stress enough how important this series is for EHOME after losing to Magma.
DY?
Is under attack.
Oh, no.
Mid. DY going down here. XM gets the kill. PYW might be next. Tombstone committed. Do they have the damage? Getting close, but not enough. And then bottom, Erica. He's going to be dusted up. Right click's
Look at
coming
the
in.
Lesh
Might
coming
just
in,
kill
though.
Fade. Look at the damage. And then Ori makes the rotation. Chalice in trouble. And Erica doesn't die. They get both kills bottom.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, that's a big turn for Erica. Like, that medallion giving him the extra armor he needs as well to be able to survive. That was huge. I think, did he just... Oh, he didn't refill Ori's bowl. It's a shame.
That's going to be pretty massive for the Clinks. I don't think we've really seen a Clinks run away with the game yet, though. Since it's been getting picked up every now and then, right?
I think... Well, it depends what you mean by running away with the game. Like, does it just go 10-0-10 kind of thing? Like, no, we haven't, but... I think that the Clinks last time still did okay. Keen Optic for the Lesh, by the way. Pretty good item. Doom. Ooh.
GY with the battery assault. Now we've got the royal jelly on the side of the Dire. Royal jelly feels good for both teams. Granted, that item always feels good.
Yeah, especially on like heroes like, you know, Lesh, Viper,
Radiant's middle tower
that need
is
that
under
mana
attack.
sustain. This mid tier 1, by the way, is taking a lot of
Are
damage.
fortified.
Radiant are going to glyph here to try and keep the wave alive, but they're chipping away.
Nobody coming over to save this tower.
Dire's top tower
This
is
is
under attack.
This
a
is
bit
bad.
shocking.
Yeah, like giving away this mid tier 1 this early is difficult. Like they're taking top tier 1, which is great, but really well played by EHOME to get that mid tier 1. This Lesh is huge though already. Again, like how many times are we just going to see this hero like, just the most farmed at like 8-10 minutes into the game by far? You just take like neutrals and stacks and everything so easily.
So now he's going into the Ags first. We've seen a couple different Leshrac builds. A couple different timings.
I really want to play Lesh now when I play Dota again. Oh, X-Nova.
Void, they're going in onto this X-Nova Undying with the Sven standing by. He stayed a little too long, and now he's probably going to pay for it with his life. Under the tower, XM comes over, Viper Strike on old 11, but he should be able to just leave this exchange. A couple of tower shots, but he's fine.
Yeah, I can't believe.
I don't know why he stayed.
Yeah, I don't know why Sven decided to try and stick around while his Undying was dying. You gotta just ditch him. Like if X never dies, it's whatever. But giving your own life away is pretty crazy. Oh, the frost attack creep on the Doom been eaten. Get slowed, fools. They're gonna make a rotation here, though.
Yeah, they're gonna go bottom and look to take out Doom. And they should be able to do so. They've got the medallion, they have the telekinesis Fade Bolt, and even with the drums, there's no way he gets away. The medallion is way too much.
Yeah, with the medallion reduces the armor. It makes the edict stronger as well, right? Because it's physical damage. And they found Fade as well. DY's level 5.
XM, top, he's gonna die.
And look at the leader as well.
Ooh, can DY get this kill? Cox pushing in battery assaults there, and all of a sudden, VICI all over the map. They're getting kills.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, that was really well played by DY. He's almost level 6 now already as well. Like PYW's level 6.5 at 10 minutes into the game without a tome. It's going to the clockwork. So these two supports having a really good time. And they want to take this mid tier one with the catapult wave if they can on VICI, I think. Would be the best way of like hoping what they want, but seems like they won't. Okay. Viper Strike stolen. Good.
Got Viper Strike stolen, and I mean, if he just goes with the Clinks anywhere to get a kill, they're gonna kill anybody. He's going medallion into the Desolator, by the way. Chalice might just be dead again. The reason he's living in this situation is because there's no Yules on the Leshrac.
Yeah, I like the build that he's gone for, though, on Ori. I think the Yules doesn't have as much...
Hookshot?
Oh, he was worried about dying to the Viper. Okay. Yeah, the Yules doesn't have as much value versus the Sven, because he can just dispel it off, right? So, like, going just tanky, like, bots into, like, Axe and Bloodstone and things looks really good this game.
They're going to go for SCCC. They've got the silence, so now Ori comes over. Going to try and land the stun. Does do so. Pulls Nova. The damage is there. They should be able to get the kill if they chase him under the tier 2 tower. Old 11 taking a lot of damage, but there it is. They get the kill. They'll doom up the Leshrac. But look at how fast he is. He just runs away from this.
He needs to taunt on the Lesh right now. X-Nova is going to die as well in the backline.
Yeah, that was the Viper Strike from PYW, I believe, and now he's got the Devour, so PYW's net worth is going to start going up pretty quickly, and nobody dies there on the side of VICI.
Yeah, like you missed the thunderclap on Chalice for the slow, so like he managed to like sidestep it really well on Ori. So as soon as the thunderclap misses and they don't get the slow, yeah, the Doom comes out, but like you say, just runs away so quick with the BOTs.
Rubik enjoying his gold.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This could theoretically catch him up to the Viper. It's only level 2 on the Devour, but that's still a good amount of gold going the way of PYW.
No,
and he can clean up these waves with the Fable.
Like, the thing is, it's really sad when you still Devours Rubik, you don't get the creep skill as well.
That's fine.
So you're like, yeah, you get a little bit of gold, it's nice, but it's not. It's like it's an extra 100 GPM. Well, just a little bit less because it's a 70-second cooldown. But
which is massive though for a support.
Well, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. Yeah, it's not great. I think you're overselling it.
Well, I'm a salesman. I have to.
Like, imagine if Rubicus, you steal, like, Dragon Slave or something instead, and you can just instantly shove out waves. Like, that feels a lot better.
But what if I told you you could also eat creeps?
True. That is very true. Viper's gone
Creeps-
Blade Mail.
Creeps is one letter away from crepes. So maybe
And they are tasty.
you're having a delicious snack. And you're getting the gold. So,
Do you want to
Clink's... Clink's almost has this Deso. Yeah, DY's almost level 8. The Undying's still level 5. Like, that's the difference.
They haven't been able to play around this Undying, really. And, like, Sven's farming okay, but the Lesh is just farming quicker. Chalice, top lane.
Stun. POIW coming over, but not going to go for more on Chalice. It's hard to stick with him.
He's going Blade Mail as well. Everybody's going Blade Mail. Lesh pops, like, Nova on 5 heroes and just dies instantly. I can't wait.
This is where they're going to find out that you need to nerf Blade Mail. That's when everybody picks it up.
I don't know, I feel like it's not going to do anything, though. Like, obviously it's really good against Lesh. Oh, hang on, Chalice, top lane.
They'll go for Chalice. They've got the Silence. Fate Bolt's there. They'll have the kill. And XM, he's made the rotation. Telekinesis up into the air and throw him back towards the tower, so he won't be able to chase.
I like how BYW lifts him there, and then just before he starts running away, he's like, oh my god, I need to eat a creep quickly. Like, he eats a creep and then Devour, like, runs out because of the spell still cooldown. Like, duration. X-Nova.
He is not looking like he's going to live here. And Stun missing Fade. He needs to, yeah. I was going to say, if POIW gets down here and he's able to grab himself the Laguna Blade, that would not be good. They're still chasing Fade. LSA, that's going to miss. Here comes Old 11. And there's the Void, so one more shot from Ori to get the kill.
Yeah, and he's got Axe now as well on the Lesh. That's...
Yeah.
Ooh, this Sven really needs a BKB, and he's, like, only just started trying to build it. Until he gets BKB, it's going to be impossible to fight into this, like, Night Stalker and Lesh piece. And do you remember the other thing we've talked about? Do you remember when Sven, we've talked about against, like, all these anti-armor strats, like, Slada, and this game it's the Medallion Deso on the Clinks. If you don't have Warcry up on the Sven, this Clinks will absolutely tear you to pieces.
Wait now, bottom? PYW he gets LSA.
Good steal. This blink that he's going is obviously okay. I would have liked to have seen him go 4-staff though. I think it would be really nice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I
Up
agree.
against like Viper and things. I don't know. I think 4-staff is really good this game for both teams.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
6k lead already for VICI. Pretty one-sided affair thus far.
And they're going to head into Roche with the Medallion and the Deso. I don't think you expect this if you're EHOME either. Like, obviously they know they have the capability at some point, but to think it's going to happen right now is... yeah, not what they would have assumed. Chalice is going in.
But he doesn't have a way to walk into the pit.
Oh, he does.
He's going to just show himself and... okay.
I mean, he can just walk into the pit. He'd die, but he could do it.
Guess he does have 2 legs.
Philosopher's Stone on the Rubik as well. He's so farmed. All because of the Devour.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Imp Claw on the Clinks. Good.
It's a big sell.
I don't know. This is the second time we've seen this tournament. This last pick Viper just feels so underwhelming. Like, what's its purpose in the game?
Not really certain with what he's accomplishing thus far.
But it's like they've gone double Blade Mail as if they want to fight. But if they ever try and fight, I'm pretty sure they just die.
Damn, PYW just grabbing a lot of gold there, taking that stack. He's going into the Blink Dagger, like we said. And as you see, this BKB is still far away. I expect VICI to start playing aggressive, pushing in a lane.
Yeah. This Lesh has Essence Ring coming as well on the Courier. Such a crazy item for him.
And they're gonna jump in on this Doom, kill him very quickly. They've got the Tombstone down, but I don't know if that's gonna help. They'll look over at XM. They'll get themselves a second kill. Erica on a killing spree. Down goes X Nova. So 3 heroes gone, and Fade as well as this Sven might be in trouble. Fade goes down. SCC is gonna chase for a second, or he's gonna be wrapping around the back. They're calling GG.
Yeah. Didn't EHOME do this last time though as well? Who was it that did this? I honestly think the game's like so over. So, like, yes, it's an early GG, and we've seen this from some teams, but EHOME just looks completely like different right now. They look so like void of confidence. Oh, you could tell it from the Magma series as well. That's exactly how they looked then too. I know that Tombstone in the last fight, by the way, was so good. I don't know if you saw it on the the little cliff on the high ground. That was cool, but it's just not enough.
To the left of the tower, right?
Yeah, like their lineup looked so good on EHOME if it plays from ahead, but this Lesh just tore them to pieces. Like Ori played really well. They were constantly making these pickoffs, like rotations happen, like between it was like either Ori and PYW